Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. If you saw our last video, we pulled cylinder 4's piston out, and that was the cause of our failure, was ringland failure, just like a lot of Subarus. So we're moving on, and we're hoping to combat that with this combo right here. So we have a new EJ257 short block from Subaru, ARP head studs, and then we're going to throw in some forged Wiseco pistons. These are stock bore pistons. We're probably still going to have to file the rings a little bit, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Right now, let's go ahead and open up this short block and see what it looks like. Now they're gonna do me like that. You see that? They're gonna do me with some Phillips heads over here, and then they Allen hex this side. Come on, Subaru.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? Admiring all this beautiful zinc. You guys see this shit? Look at this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if there's anything better than zinc coated hardware. But anyway, so we got the short block on the table. We're gonna go ahead and start taking the pistons out. I wanted someone to mention in the comments, so this crankshaft is black, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the nitrated cranks. And then they have still the old like 2004 STI ones, which aren't nitrated, they're just forged. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's a nitrated crank. I'd have to flip it over and check the numbers, but I'm sure one of you knows. So we're gonna go, and we're gonna move on to taking all this stuff apart.
Oh, God.
So we got all 4 pistons out of the new block. It all went pretty smooth. We just lost a clip there at the end, but we found it. So I'll show you the new pistons. I've already opened this box just to kind of go through it, but I want to show you a couple things. Wiseco sends general clearance guidelines, and they make 2 sets of rods, at least for the EJ platform. We have the 2618 alloy, so this will be a great reference, but we'll show you later how we go about doing our clearances. Comes with some additional information on these papers. Of course, comes with some stickers, but also comes with full piston ring set, everything you need in here, and then as well comes with new snap rings for the wrist pins. So let's move on to the piston. And inside each piston, it does come with a newly wrapped wrist pin. These are really nice. These pistons are beautiful. It's got a nice Wiseco label on the side of it. And then also too, it has the orientation on the top of the piston, so you know which way it goes in the cylinder. Pretty awesome. I'm really excited to put these in. And hopefully that should definitely fix our ringland issue that we had last time and allow us to make a little bit more power. Alright, so it's the next day. We got all of our pistons set out. I took the night to do a little bit more research. I wanted to make sure I was confident going into this today. But today we're going to be moving on to setting ring end gap. Main rule of thumb with ring end gap is that you want to keep it as tight as possible without risking the chance of the ring hitting each other when expansion happens after heat gets in the cylinder. Given that these are forged pistons, they obviously expand at a much bigger rate than the stock pistons would, so we need to account for that. Also too, I was using the 2618 alloy, which actually has a higher expansion rate than the other material Wiseco makes, so we got to take into account all that stuff, but I want to stay as tight as possible, but not, you know, risk endangering the motor. So right now we got everything set up right here. Wiseco does a great job of labeling everything for you. They label all of your rings for you. They give you tons of information about the oil rings. They give you another application on doing ring end gap, more so than just that general guidelines kit. The two papers we told you yesterday, this is the specs on that whole kit that we bought from them. So it's pretty simple. It's cool that they give you all that information. So we're just gonna go ahead and start coordinating each piston to each cylinder and setting the ring gap on them. Alright, so I just wanted to say real quick, I'm filing only one side of the rings as per Wiseco's instructions. Apparently a bunch of companies do it differently. A lot of people will file both sides, but I'm going to follow their instructions to file these. So we just got done filing all of our rings. We did the top and the second ring. I wanted to say, just follow your manufacturer's recommendation. My piston set, my rings, they're not going to be the same as yours, or the same application that you're trying to go for. The range that I had to land in between for my gap for the setup I'm trying to go for is 0.02 to 0.03. We ended up choosing 0.021 on the top ring and 0.024 for the second ring. That gave me kind of a happy median. I didn't want to go up to 0.03. It seemed a little bit risky to me as far as compression and blow by, so stuck with that. Definitely follow the manufacturer's recommendations, but now that all of that's done and we finally got that solidified, we are going to move on to dressing the pistons. So we'll show you what that looks like. So huge shout out, Company 23, always coming in clutch with all the high-end Subaru parts. So those turned out pretty amazing. We spun the motor, it spins freely, no problems, no noises. That's awesome. Just got to put the access panels and stuff back on. But I think I'm going to end the video right here. We will do the ARP head studs in the next video. I just don't really see the point in putting them in right now until I can clean the heads up and get those ready to be put back on. But make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be assembling the long block in the next video, and I'll see you then.